Yo guys, Tribal Chief Jeff, different settings. I say different settings, but it's actually my room, so it's the same settings as always. The background's slightly different. SummerSlam predictions. Normally I do these WWE videos with the late Chief Joel, shout out Joel, but since I got my new job, we've basically not been able to shoot content together. Big pause. So I acknowledge the Tribal Chief, YouTube, Twitch, X, formerly known as Twitter, Tribal Chief Jeff for all of them, Instagram, tcjeff.1. What other socials are there? It doesn't matter. But yeah, SummerSlam. Gonna keep this quite short. If you want the long thing, pause. You check out Joe's channel. He basically gives a more in-depth prediction. I'm gonna try and be short and sweet. So I've got the matches on. I'm using sportskeeda.com. Let's get into it, man. I'm going to start with Sami Zayn versus Bronson Reed. So, obviously, Bronson Reed lost that Money in the Bank. Loads of people were fuming because the IWC loves to crown champions quickly. They don't like to, how do I say it? Sami Zayn winning was the right choice here, but obviously people like to just, as soon as someone gets promoted onto the main roster, they need to have a title straight away. If they don't have a title, oh, they've been buried, oh, they should have won, blah, blah, blah. But we've seen, if you've been keeping up with the product, you know, we've been seeing Braun Breaker's aura, star power, all that hasn't actually diminished or anything. If anything, it's grown even more. Sami Zayn beat him clean in his home country, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think now, especially with it being SummerSlam and this whole, I think Triple H he loves his long-term storytelling, and I think he loves to change the title only at big premium live events. I've not really seen much title changes on all the other premium live events. But anyways, I'm predicting Sami Zayn, he's going to have a valiant effort again. But unfortunately, this time, Braun Breaker's going to be too much to handle. Braun Breaker's probably going to basically put him in an ambulance, just get him, write him off TV for a couple months, innit? And then he'll return when it's basically War Games time, you know what I'm saying? Next match, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. Obviously, if it wasn't clear, Braun Breaker's going to win that match. And he's going to be the hashtag and new. Now, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. I want Drew McIntyre to win. Obviously, Seth Rollins is a special guest referee. Yeah, these men, they've not really touched each other. Pause. Since Royal Rumble, when Drew McIntyre injured the guy. When they have been touching each other, pause. It's all been like CM Punk basically just fucking Drew McIntyre, pause, over. WrestleMania, that was Drew McIntyre's fault. He was gloating, so CM Punk cost him, and then Damian Priest cashed in and became Air Campion. And then we had what do you call it? Obviously we had the pay-per-view in Scotland, premium live event in Scotland. The referee was down, and this Punk bastard grabbed the referee shot from Jessica Carr, ran into the ring, and cost Drew in his home country, which, yeah, that's strike two. And then Money in the Bank came around now in Canada, and Drew McIntyre, he had already said he's going to win the Money in the Bank, and he's going to cash it in that same night. He did what he said he would do, but that Punk bastard screwed him again. Because he has said as long as he's there, as long as he's alive, Drew McIntyre will never win the World Heavyweight Championship again. And yeah, this is going to be this is going to be CM Punk's first match. Obviously, Seth Rollins, special guest referee. I'm personally not going to get into what I think is going to happen, but I feel ultimately Drew McIntyre is going to get screwed by Punk, Seth, or both. And yeah, unfortunately, the Punk bastard is going to win that one. So yeah, I say CM Punk is winning that one. Next match, Logan Paul versus LA Knight. Logan Paul. Yeah, he's pretty much just been holding that title hostage, man. I actually like Logan Paul. I think he's a great wrestler. I think anyone that thinks he's not a great wrestler is just chatting shit, honestly. But yeah, this feud, LA Knight's been chasing the title for a time. And yeah, Logan Paul's basically just been a chicken, really. But I'm just not trying to give him that match, but he's finally got the match. And yeah, man, it's LA Knight's time. It's time. His time is now, to quote an actual WWE legend. And yeah, there's not much to say. Gonna be a great match, but hashtag and new. So that's going to be our second title change of the night. Bailey versus Nia Jax. Now, you guys know me. I love Bailey. I love Nia Jax. I love both of them. Some of my favorite wrestlers on the women's roster. Obviously, Nia Jax won Queen of the Ring, which is what has led her to this match. There's Tiffany Stratton, who's missed Money in the Bank, but I'm going to tell you now, she ain't cashing in. Whether she tries to cash in, I don't really care. But I feel like, you know, we've already lost the men's briefcase. So the women's briefcase, especially with the history of women, I think Io Sky is in terms of the women's winners, I believe Io Sky has held the belt. Sorry, not held the belt, but she basically has taken the longest to cash in. Or am I bugging? Or was it not Carmella that's the only one that's taken bare long to cash in? But either way, obviously the men's briefcase cashed in on the same night. So obviously the women's one's gonna... Tiffany Stratton probably holds that onto WrestleMania, innit? But we'll see in it. But yeah, I don't think she's gonna cash in. Nia Jax, like, I love her and I want her to win. But Bailey, I love Bailey more. In fact, I don't know who I love more. But this isn't about who I love more. I mean, I do love Bailey more. But Bailey, she's had this title since WrestleMania. I don't see her losing it at SummerSlam. I expect her to get through, conquer Nia Jax again, and yeah, just leave with, you know, hashtag and still. So Bailey's going to win that one. Probably going to be one of the better matches, to be honest. And now, the Women's World Championship. Mami returns against Liv Morgan. I'm going to keep it straight. I'm all hashtag Mami. So, yeah, I'm expecting Rhea Ripley to win that one. But after what I've seen on Raw and some of the stuff that I've seen throughout the other weeks, throughout the rest of the week, I wouldn't actually be surprised if Mami actually loses. Maybe Finn Balor helps Liv Morgan, you know. That's what the streets are saying is going to happen. Because they were saying after Dominic broke Liv's heart, which, you see, between me and you watching, if I'm given a choice between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, obviously, you know, I'll take both in it, because why not? Why must it be either or? But if I actually have to pick, Liv Morgan's more my type of woman still. Like, Liv Morgan, she's just perfect still, man. And also she's shorter than me as well, which you know. But yeah, Dominic, he's fucked up way too many times. We've seen the story. Shout out Joel. This guy said this is basically I can't remember the specific words, but something along the lines of Love Island with fighting. So yeah, that's funny. Yeah, because, you know, the Love Island triangle, love triangle, all that stuff. But yeah, man, Mami is who I think. Rhea Ripley come back and get the win, man. Surely it has to be, man. But I think the right thing for the story, you know, Triple H gets a serious hard-on for his long-term storytelling, even when it's just not needed. But for the story, Liv Morgan should actually retain walkout champion. But I'm still going to predict Mami, because for me, Mami is always on top. Even when Liv Morgan was shaking her ass and all that stuff. Well, she didn't actually shake it, but she was twerking and she broke the internet like 2 weeks ago, was it? Before Dominic broke her heart. Listen, man. Mami, for me, like I've said how many times. Now, the World Heavyweight Championship, El Campeon, Damian Priest versus Gunther, this absolute bastard. El Campeon, Damian Priest versus Gunther. As I was saying before, I was so rudely cut off. Gunther used to like this guy, but this guy just become a bit of, not even a bit, just become a 6'4" Austrian-German bastard, innit? So, yeah, I'm going to keep it short and sweet still, man. This is probably going to be, not even probably, it's definitely going to be one of the matches of the night. The promos and fighting, everything, these men have been giving it to each other. Pause. It's been, the promos and everything's been excellent. Even on the Go Home episode of Raw, they were just duking it out to close the show. I think they even started the show fighting out as well. So, like, you know, these men, like, they really hate each other. But yeah, Damian Priest still is going to beat him. He's going to walk out, hashtag and still. And the main event, Cody Rhodes versus Solo, our new tribal chief. I mean, the real tribal chief is right there still. That's the one that I acknowledge. But I'm going to be supporting Solo for this one. Ultimately, Cody Rhodes going to win. Is Roman Reigns going to come out? Most likely after the match. Don't think he'll come out during the match. I'm not here to talk about Roman Reigns. I'm here to talk about this match. Not really much to say, to be honest. Obviously, it's Solo and the Bloodline, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa. They've been wrecking havoc for how the last couple of months. It's been beautiful TV. People used to mock Solo. They used to say Solo's not him, but ever since you know, from if you go as far back as when there was a new locker room and Kevin Owens basically bar in front of Solo, and it was like, oh, we take losing very seriously. Ever since that day, he's changed, man, and it's been for the better. So, a round of applause for Solo, man. People weren't rating his thing, but people are sucking his dick now, and yeah, he's gonna destroy Cody, but yeah, I don't think he'll destroy him enough to win the belt. However, I'm actually going to make a bold prediction and say Solo's going to win. Is it going to happen? I doubt it, but that's it. I'm going with Solo for this one. I love my bloodline. And yeah, everyone's going to acknowledge Solo. So yeah, get ready, man. At the time of recording, it's a Friday night. It's about 1 a.m. or something. But so yeah, I'm going to try to get this out ASAP later on during the day. But it's been a Tribal Chief. Those have been my SummerSlam predictions. Quickly running through them again. Braun Breaker to win, CM Punk to win, Rhea Ripley to win, Bayley to win, Logan Paul to win, Damian Priest to win, and Solo to shock the world and become the hashtag and new undisputed WWE champion. It's been a Tribal Chief. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Catch you next time. Peace.